What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, it's Friday, so it's not my day, it's your day. And your, of course, he's located right in the Reef. Yes, the Reef. So if you've been running around the tower, leave. Just leave, come to the Reef. This is where Jur is. Of course, we're going to see what he's got in his inventory, and of course, we are absolutely going to grade him. Though, a little bit of a spoiler alert, you honestly might not even want to come to the Reef at all. But if you do, go ahead and visit Varix. He's got a free consumable package. You can go ahead and pick that up each week. Why not? It's free stuff, why not? And then I'm just going to go ahead and turn in something here. But yes, I don't know why they have Jur come to the Reef sometimes. I really don't know. But we're going to start up our KSigKid sub-like comment of the day. It's Tex. Tex is saying that he got killed by a shotgun. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm calling shenanigans. Anybody that's been in PvP knows that there are no shotguns in PvP anymore. Not now. But yes, Destiny is a little bit different, even if the patch was definitely broken and has some definite problems in it. You know, try to have some fun. It's not like the game turned into Superman 64 overnight, so, you know, take it for what it's worth. As far as the loot goes, though, oh boy. Alright, we're starting off with the Eternal Warrior, and at least it takes a shader now, because originally it didn't, and you couldn't match this up with anything. But Eternal Warrior, why would you want to put it on? I mean, I guess it does look pretty good with this shader, but it gives you Unstoppable. And that's it. It's an F. Look, it's an F. It's an F exotic. It doesn't even make sense to talk about it. In fact, let's talk about something else. I want to know, what are you guys having for dinner tonight? What are you guys going to have for dinner? I feel like that is way more worthwhile to talk about in this Destiny Jur video than actually talk about the Eternal Warrior. That's how I feel about it. Don't you give me those dead eyes. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the Hunter. We've got the Lucky Raspberry, which actually was pretty much my last exotic armor piece that I needed way back in year 1, and I ended up buying it from Jur. So, Lucky Raspberry, it was way better in year 1. And the reason why it was way better was because arc bolt grenades were absolutely amazing, and this made them simply better. Now people will say, well, don't put this on because arc bolt is terrible, and they are correct. But you also have spawning with full grenade energy, and that's a really solid perk. I'm still going to go ahead and give this thing a C though. I'm going to give it a C, and that might be a generous C. My feeling is, if I want to do something with grenades, I'm just going to put on the Frosties, because then I'm going to be able to sprint around, I'm going to be able to get my grenade back up, and my melee back up. So I would personally prefer, if I'm looking for grenade stuff, to put on the Frosties over this. C might be a bit generous, but we're feeling good today, well, why not? And also, we ended up getting a message from Hydra. Hydra is saying he was a big fan, and he wanted me to do trials, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to do some Jur stuff here right now. And then I've got to go out to dinner, so of course I'm not going to be doing trials, but this is what he's rocking out. You might see him in trials. If he needs a third person, who knows? Go ahead and jump in with him. That's Hydra. What's up, boyo? Anyway, moving on to our Warlock for our final character, we've got the Purifier Robes. Yeah, this hasn't been a good week for armor pieces at all. I have never, ever been a fan of these robes, even though I caught a little bit of flack for them whenever they came out. Of course, there are always people that are really pumped and excited for new exotics, and they're really big supporters of things that they haven't even tried out. This thing is very bad. It's just way too situational. You need your super, you need to be dead, you need to have Fireborn on, and you need to have enemies around you. That is just way too much. I'm giving this thing an F. Yes, in the beginning, every once in a blue moon, you might catch a Guardian by surprise whenever you pop this res. But more often than not, if anybody sees this on you, they're going to know exactly what you're doing and what's in store. So no, I'm going to pass on that. And finally, we're going to move on to the Hardlight, which is interesting because I feel like I'm actually qualified to talk about this because I was just recently using the Hardlight for a number of video clips. So Hardlight, it basically has no damage fall off, which is amazing. It's so nice to hit cross-map 21 damage headshots from PvP. They don't expect it. The problem is your gun shakes all over the place, and in no way will you ever be able to just constantly take down a Guardian from far range with this crazy screen shake. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a C. It's so solid. Its stats are solid. Its perk is really good. Really nice for PvP. In PvE, not so much. And you can create freaking light shows. That's all cool. The problem is, it's just right middle of the pack. C isn't the worst thing in the world, but not the best thing in the world. And I don't think even with the changes to auto rifles that's really going to affect this, because that critical hit modifier isn't going to make that big of a difference. I wish that this impact style of auto rifle got a little bit more of a buff, because there are a lot of cool weapons in this archetype. But Hardlight, it's going to sit at a C. It could be a little bit higher, maybe, but it's not the worst weapon in the world. Maybe you'll have some fun with it. Anyway, that was Xur this week. That was a really disappointing Xur. Xur, you really disappointed us. But if you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Xur, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #Eternal Nightmare.